Hi guys, this is Harsh, and in this tutorial I am going to show you a plugin, EntityFramework Paginate. Pagination is one of the most frequently used features in any application. Whenever we are displaying huge data, we need to paginate it so that it's readable, and also we don't want the complete table's data to be fetched at once. With grids where you need to filter data based on different criteria and sort data based on different columns, the code can end up being huge with lots of conditions, building lots of dynamic queries. Although it does the job, but probably not in a very elegant way. So to approach this in a clean way, I created a nuget package which does all these dynamic checks for you, applies the filter, the sortings, and finally returns the paginated data with all the metadata you need. So let's get started and do some coding. In this demo, we are going to display the data from the employee table into a grid where we can search based on the login ID, filter the data based on the job title, sort data based on ID, login ID, or job title, and then show data in a paginated format with the page size of 5, 10, 20, or 50. This is the project where we are going to implement the pagination using EntityFramework Paginate. So the first step is to install the nuget package. So right click on the references, go to manage nuget package and search for EntityFramework Paginate. Install it and you should see the DLL added in the references. Click OK and yeah, it's installed, and now we can see EntityFramework Paginate DLL is added into the references. Now this DLL exposes a object type page which we will be sending to the front end. This is the definition of our class which returns the page object of employee type. So let's declare our object of type page employee. So this is going to hold the result set. So let's call it employees. Okay, now finally we are going to return this employees object. So the next thing we need to do is create the dynamic filters. So for that we have our filters class. So var filters equal to new filters, and this has to be of the entity type. Let's add some filter. So we have two filters, search text and job title. So the way to do it is call the add method which takes two parameters. So the first one is a boolean, which would be the condition in which the expression would be executed. So the filter would be applied if that expression, that condition is true. So our condition over here is if string is not null or empty, so in that case we will apply the filter which would be x goes to x dot login ID dot contains search text. Now the next filter is job title, and the condition for that is similar to the other one, which is if the job title is provided, then only we'll apply the filter. So our expression would be job titles dot equals Okay, so our filter is ready. Now we need to apply the sortings. So for that we have a sort class. New sorts, and again it has to be of employee type, and similar to what we did for filters, we'll have to call the add methods to set up the sortings. So if our sort by is equal to 1, our sort expression would be ID, business entity ID in this case. So the third expression is the third parameter is by descending. So by default it sorts the data in ascending order. In case if we want to sort the data in descending order, we can pass this optional parameter as true, but right now we just need to sort the data in ascending order. So our next condition for the sorting is if the sort by is equal to 2, we sort by login ID. And the last one, if the sort by is 3, we sort by job title. Now we need to return the employees object with the result set of the data for the current page of the page size, which is provided in the parameter. So we will use our context employees equals to context dot employees. Okay, so now we need to call the extension method paginate, which will do the final pagination, and the parameters which we need to pass are page size. Okay, so yeah, so first we need to pass the page number, then the page size. So current page, page size, then the filters object, filters, and finally the sortings. Actually first the sorts, then the filters. Yeah, and that's it. So now we'll get the result. It should work. Let's build a solution and try to run it. Yeah, so finally we have successfully implemented the pagination. As we can see, the current page size is 10 and we see 10 data, and the data is right now sorted by job title, so we need to sort it by ID. And let's see, yeah, it does works. So the dynamic sorting is working. Let's sort by the login ID. Yeah, it does. Let's search by the job title. Yeah, and we see that the page size is reduced to 3 and we have all the data. Let's see if the page size works. Yes, it does. And let's try to search by name. Yeah, So we have implemented our pagination and filtering and ordering in a very simple way in just 3 steps. So that was creating filters, adding the condition plus the expression. Similarly for the sorting, adding the condition, expression and all the sorts, and then finally calling the paginate extension method. Now to download this, either you can go to the Visual Studio NuGet package manager, or you can directly download the package from the NuGet site. If you have any suggestions or you want to play around in the code, you can go to GitHub. Also the complete example is available over there. You can check the documented tutorial by going to this link. That's all. Hope you enjoyed the video and let me know your views in the comments. Thank you.